Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time watching, my name is Victoria. Definitely hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future content. Today I'm going to be talking all about how to be your ideal self in 2020. So I know it's pretty standard that we all make New Year's resolutions, maybe don't revisit them, whatever. I'm going to talk about manifestation, which is the idea of putting energy out there and really getting it back, okay? So I'm gonna use this term, your highest self, your ideal self. In manifestation, this is really gonna be the first step to manifesting whatever it is you want. Really asking yourself, who is your ideal self? What does this involve in your day-to-day life? Is this someone who wakes up at 5 a.m.? No. For me, I use that because I know a lot of people, that's like the first thing. Oh, I wish I worked out. Oh, I wish I woke up earlier, whatever it might be. For me, it's really about that step number 2, which is setting realistic expectations. And the key is the word realistic. I really removed all other influence or expectations of other people, and I think this is a really big step. When you take this first big step, you're gonna feel it. You're literally going to feel relief, because for me it was just like, I'm from a small town and there's just a certain lifestyle, I think, that comes with that, and certain expectations, and where I'm from is a part of me. But when you look at your life as a whole and you realize you have all these experiences, like those experiences are a part of you and definitely, you know, make up who you are, but it doesn't define you, right? Like one moment doesn't define you, one experience doesn't. So when I really was realistic with myself, I was able to make expectations that I valued. And think about in class. When you're in a class you don't like the work, you don't want to do it, it takes longer, it feels like it takes longer, nothing good, right? When you're in a class you care about and you enjoy and you can just thrive and really put your energy into it, you get good stuff out of it, you get good grades, you learn, you have that knowledge, right? So that's why I say really want you to set realistic expectations. For me, it wasn't waking up at 5 a.m. It was waking up 2 hours early. I say that roughly. For me, it was giving myself the morning. I've manifested this and starting incorporating this into my routine, just because there were so many days I would wake up at the last minute, run out, and just notice that my days dragged on, and kind of like your priorities throughout the day, like what you care about putting your energy into. But once I was like, okay, for me it's important to, like, my ideal self, like if you think about, okay, like you could be anyone. My ideal self would wake up, have a nice bath, have my tea, maybe do a face mask, do a good skincare routine, right? Meditating, that's what I've really been focusing on lately. Like I've started doing morning meditations. So really looking at, for me, what I grow from and what I value, setting those expectations just changed everything. So I really want you to set realistic expectations. Now we're gonna go to step 3, which is going to be write it down. Hold yourself accountable, okay? It brings me into the resolutions, right? You set goals, and when you don't follow through with them, when you don't have a plan, you know. But that is what's different about manifestation, because when you're manifesting, you're declaring, you are putting out energy you will get back. So yeah, for step 3, go ahead, write it down. You can do it in your notes app, on a sheet of paper. For me, I've actually got this little notebook I got from TJ Maxx literally forever ago. It's just like a white marble little, it says goals. So I've done like my New Year's resolutions, my goals for the school year, and now I've started writing my manifestations in there. So now that I have this, I have it, you know, I have it dated. I know what mindset I was in, and I'm able to see what I'm manifesting. And something I'll suggest, I just wrote out like a bunch, like my sentences. I started every sentence with I will, because these aren't like, oh, at the end of the year, like, it'd be cool if I did this. Like, these are the things I'm doing this year. Like, this is how to be your best self. Write it down and do it. And if you want to know, this is the question, right? You wrote it down. Now, how do these things happen to you? Every day. It's going to happen in your everyday life. So this is step 4. When you are at peace with yourself and you're practicing mindfulness, it's like now when I go throughout the day and I'm making small decisions, simply like how I respond to someone, or, you know, what task I'm doing at work, I have this peace with me, and I'm able to ask myself, like, how would my highest self handle this? And that's how you take control of your own life, knowing that, okay, like, you could have your immediate reaction and like that would just be you acting, right? But then you think about your ideal self, like, oh my gosh, how does this person always do this? Like, when you carry that mindset and you start making small changes throughout your day, that's what changes who you are. That's what makes the difference. So a small example of this I'll share with you with big secret. There's this rule, okay? It's called the golden rule. Treat others how you want to be treated. This is it, ladies. Applying literally that simple question when you're faced with a scenario. Say someone asks a favor of you. Your immediate response might be no, but if you really take and think, if I were in this situation, how would I want someone to handle it? And, you know, when you change that and you put positive energy out there, it changes your experiences, because you'll see negative people or who have really bad days all the time, or, oh, why does this always happen to me? And they always have so many things going on somehow to like rant or complain about. It's because they're not at peace. It's because they're looking for negative experience, because they think they're going to have negative experiences. I know I'm going to have a great day. So if something small happens to me that could frustrate me, I just remind myself, you know, how it was handled. I really just take a minute to really analyze and think about the different perspectives. And I think having this mindfulness and this peace is really what can make your everyday change. And that might be, you know, more specific to me just because I'm manifesting, you know, certain things. So yeah, making these changes every day and holding yourself accountable, just with asking yourself those questions or whatever it is. I'll say the question I just always ask myself is, okay, what would my highest self do? So I've applied this to like most things. You can probably do the same as well. You can even do a more specific question. You'll just realize, you know, once you've started manifesting what you kind of think is important. So now that you've started making these changes every day, the final step, step 5, is just going to be to check back with yourself, right? You've got that journal entry. So check back on your journal entries, check back with your friends, really see where you're at. When you're honest with yourself, you can make the changes and adjustments needed to move forward. If you're not honest with yourself, you're not going to see the results that you want. So yeah, really just believing. I'm gonna tell you that with manifestation, that's the key. I've said a lot of things are key, but it really is, because when you say you've been familiar with setting goals before or doing something of that nature, the reason you didn't see differences, did you follow up with yourself? Did you believe that it was going to happen? When you manifest, it's a guarantee. Like, I can't say it any other way than, like, when I have good energy about what I'm doing, like, I get that good energy back. And if there's anything in my day that isn't that good energy. So I hope this was helpful to you guys in how to manifest and be your ideal self. I really want to talk more about the mindfulness and approach of it, but I really just wanted to give you guys a few steps on how to be your ideal self. And you know, I can really truly say that putting these things out and manifesting what's important to me, I've seen the changes, because that's the only thing my energy has been focused on, right? Like, if your energy is only good energy, like, that is seriously what you get back. So really hope that you guys enjoyed this and found it helpful. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought, if you have any recommendations, anything like that.